Have you ever had a dream where you thought you woke up only to find out you were still dreaming? This strange and confusing experience is called a dream within a dream. It can feel so real that when you finally wake up, you are left wondering, what was real and what was not? This kind of dream is not only fascinating but also gives us clues about how our minds work, especially when we are asleep. Sigmund Freud, the famous father of psychoanalysis, believed that dreams like these could tell us a lot about our hidden feelings, fears, and desires. Freud thought that all dreams had meaning, even the weird or scary ones. He believed that our dreams are like stories our minds create using symbols and hidden messages. According to him, our minds have a part that holds feelings and wishes we may not even know we have. These feelings don't disappear. Instead, they show up in our dreams, often disguised. When we have a dream inside a dream, Freud believed it's because our mind is working extra hard to keep certain feelings or thoughts away from our conscious awareness. Imagine your mind as a house with many rooms. Some rooms are open and easy to visit, like the thoughts we have every day, but some rooms are locked or hidden, and they hold things we prefer not to think about, like fears, guilt, or wishes we might be ashamed of. Freud believed that during dreams, our minds open those hidden rooms, but they do it in a way that hides the real meaning from us. Having a dream inside a dream is like adding an extra locked door, so we don't see what's really inside right away. One reason we might have a dream within a dream is because our minds are trying to protect us from feelings we are not ready to face. Waking up inside a dream can make us feel like we are back in control. But really, we are still inside the dream world. It's our mind's way of giving us a break from the parts of the dream that are too intense or scary. It's like pressing the pause button in a movie when things get too overwhelming. Our minds create this fake waking up moment so we can keep dreaming without feeling too anxious. Freud also believed that our minds are like a balancing act between different parts. One part wants to satisfy our basic wishes and desires. Another part tries to keep us in line with rules, morals, and what we think is right or wrong. And in the middle, there is a part that tries to keep peace between the two, making sure we don't feel too stressed or guilty. When we dream, these parts of the mind are still active, and they create stories that help us handle our emotions without overwhelming us. In a dream within a dream, this balancing act gets even more creative. Our minds might let us believe we woke up, only to keep us inside the dream world where things are safer, more fun, or easier to control. This shows how clever our minds can be in making us feel comfortable, even when deep inside we are trying to deal with something difficult. Sometimes a dream inside a dream happens because we simply don't want to wake up yet. The dream might be giving us something we enjoy, like being with someone we miss, or doing something we can't do in real life. By dreaming that we wake up but are still dreaming, our mind tricks us into staying in that pleasant world a little longer. It's like hitting the snooze button on an alarm clock, giving ourselves more time to enjoy the dream. But not all dreams within dreams are about comfort. Many times they leave us feeling confused, scared, or even trapped. This is because our minds are mixing feelings of wanting to escape from something and not knowing how to do it. In these cases, the dream reflects our struggles with problems or emotions we don't know how to face in waking life. The layers of the dream show how our minds try to protect us by adding more steps or barriers between us and the thing we fear. Freud often said that dreams are like puzzles. The strange images, stories, and events we see in dreams are all pieces of a puzzle made by our unconscious mind. A dream inside a dream is like a puzzle within a puzzle. It adds more layers to the story, making it harder to see the real message. But if we take the time to think about these dreams, we can start to see patterns and understand what our minds are trying to tell us. For example, if you dream that you wake up and then something strange happens, it might be a sign that you are dealing with feelings of uncertainty in your waking life. Maybe you are unsure about a decision, or you feel like you are not in control of something important. The dream is showing this by making you feel like you are awake when you are not. reminding you that things are not always as they seem. Freud also believed that these kinds of dreams can show us how deeply buried some of our feelings are. Just like digging through layers of earth to find something hidden, we might need to look through layers of dreams to find the feelings or memories our minds are hiding from us. A dream within a dream is like a sign that there is something deeper to explore. Interestingly, these dreams can also make us question reality itself. When we wake up from a dream within a dream, we might feel unsure if we are really awake. This feeling can last even after we open our eyes, making us feel a bit disoriented. Freud thought this showed how thin the line between dreams and reality can be, and how easily our minds can create convincing worlds that feel just as real as waking life. This experience can leave us thinking about bigger questions, like what is real and what is imagined. How much of what we think is true is just something our minds made up to make us feel safe? Freud believed that by paying attention to these dreams, we could learn more about ourselves and the ways we see the world. Dreams within dreams can also connect to feelings of being stuck or trapped. Many people who have these dreams say they feel like they can't wake up, no matter how hard they try. This can be linked to feelings of being stuck in a situation in real life, like a job, relationship, or problem that seems impossible to escape. The dream is showing these feelings by creating a world where waking up is just another part of the dream, showing us how trapped we feel inside. Freud believed that understanding these dreams can help us face our fears and challenges. By looking closely at what happens in the dream and how we feel during and after it, we can get clues about what is going on inside us. Maybe the dream is showing us that we need to face a fear we have been avoiding, or that we need to make a change in our lives that we have been putting off. In a way, the dream within a dream is like our mind's creative way of giving us a message. It might not always be clear, and it might feel confusing, but it's still a message worth listening to. Freud encouraged people to write down their dreams, think about the symbols and stories in them, and see how they might connect to things happening in their waking lives. Even though Freud lived over a century ago, his ideas about dreams still help many people today understand their inner world. The dream within a dream remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious experiences we can have while sleeping, reminding us of how powerful and creative our minds can be, even when we are not fully aware of it. In the next part, we will continue exploring what it means to have a dream within a dream, how it connects to other dream experiences like lucid dreaming, and how these strange dreams can help us better understand ourselves and our deepest desires. When we look deeper into the experience of dreaming inside a dream, we begin to realize that these moments are not just bizarre mental events. They can actually reveal a lot about how our minds work and how we process the world around us. Freud believed that everything we experience in dreams comes from within us. Even if the dreams feel like they are showing us other people or outside places, these are all reflections of what is going on inside our own minds. This becomes even more powerful when we have a dream inside a dream, because it's like our mind is creating layers upon layers of these inner reflections. These dreams can feel confusing because they make us question what is real and what is not. When you are inside such a dream, you might believe completely that you have woken up, only to discover later that you are still dreaming. This moment of realization can be shocking, even unsettling. But Freud would see this as an important clue. It shows us how much our minds can trick us, and how our sense of reality is built from what our brain is showing us. If our brain decides to create a world inside a dream that feels real, we will accept it as real until something inside the dream forces us to question it. One of the key lessons we can take from these experiences is how much our minds crave certainty. In our waking lives, we feel safer when we believe we understand the world around us. When things make sense, we feel in control. But when things start to feel strange, uncertain, or contradictory, it can make us feel uncomfortable. Dreams within. Dreams bring us face to face with this discomfort by showing us a world that breaks the normal rules we rely on. In these dreams, we might think we have escaped a nightmare by waking up, only to find ourselves still trapped in the nightmare layer. This shows how deeply we want to believe we are in control, even when our dreams tell us otherwise. Freud believed that our unconscious mind uses dreams to work through these kinds of feelings. When we have fears about losing control or being confused, our mind might create these layered dreams as a way to face those fears safely while we sleep. It's like our mind is giving us a rehearsal space where we can experience the discomfort of uncertainty without any real-world danger. But these dreams are not just about fear. They also reflect our desires, our frustrations, and our wishes. For example, someone who feels trapped in their life might have a dream within a dream where they try to wake up over and over again, but can't. This can be seen as the mind's way of expressing the feeling of being stuck, like no matter what the person does, they can't escape the situation they are in. On the other hand, someone who longs for freedom might have a dream within a dream where they break free from a nightmare and experience a false awakening that feels like liberation until they realize it's still a dream. This back and forth reflects the inner struggle between the desire to escape and the fear that escape is impossible. In both cases, the layers of dreams create a space where these complex feelings can be explored. And while these dreams can feel frustrating or even frightening in the moment, Freud would encourage us to see them as valuable messages from our inner world. They are not meant to punish us, but to help us understand what we are feeling deep down. An important aspect of dreams within dreams is the emotional intensity they often bring. These dreams can feel more vivid, more emotional, and more overwhelming than regular dreams. This is because the layers of the dream amplify the emotions involved. When you wake up inside the dream, there is a surge of relief, followed by confusion or fear when you realize you are still dreaming. This roller coaster of emotions is one of the ways our mind brings attention to the themes it is exploring. The strong feelings help make the dream stand out, so that we remember it and, hopefully, reflect on it when we wake up. Freud believed that reflecting on these dreams is one of the most powerful tools we have for understanding ourselves. By thinking about how the dream made us feel, what the layers represented, and what fears or desires were present, we can begin to uncover parts of ourselves that we might ignore during our waking hours. This is why he encouraged people to talk about their dreams, write them down, and explore them in detail. Even if the dreams seem silly or confusing, they hold valuable clues about our inner life. When we have a dream inside a dream, it can also bring up questions about identity. In these dreams, you might play different roles. You might be yourself, then someone else, or even an observer watching yourself. This shifting of identity reflects how fluid our sense of self can be, especially in the dream world. Freud would say that these shifts allow us to explore different sides of ourselves, including parts we might not feel comfortable expressing when we are awake. For example, someone who feels powerless in daily life might have a dream within a dream where they are a powerful figure, only to wake up and find themselves back in a position of weakness. This mirrors the push and pull between wanting to feel strong and feeling stuck in a role of weakness. These dreams give us a chance to try on different identities and see how they feel, even if only for a short time. Another interesting layer to these dreams is how they can feel like endless loops. Some people report having multiple false awakenings in a row, feeling like they can never fully wake up. This looping can represent feelings of being stuck in repetitive patterns in life. Maybe someone feels like they are always making the same mistakes, facing the same problems, or going in circles without progress. The dream reflects this frustration by putting them in a loop where escape seems impossible. Freud would see this as a message from the unconscious, showing the dreamer how they are feeling about their life situation. By recognizing this pattern in the dream, the person might become more aware of similar patterns in their waking life and feel motivated to make changes. But it's important to remember that not every dream has a clear or simple meaning. Freud understood that dreams are often symbolic, using strange images or situations to represent feelings that are hard to face directly. A dream within a dream might not have one fixed meaning, but rather reflect a mixture of feelings, fears, and desires that are tangled together. The key is not to try to force the dream to make sense, but to explore it with curiosity and openness. If you want to start exploring your own dreams within dreams, a good place to start is by keeping a dream journal. Write down the dreams as soon as you wake up, paying attention to the details of the layers, the emotions you felt, and anything that stood out. Over time, you might notice patterns or themes that keep showing up. This can help you understand what your mind is trying to tell you and give you insights into your inner world. Another helpful approach is to reflect on what was happening in your life when you had the dream. Were you feeling stressed, stuck, or overwhelmed? These feelings often find their way into our dreams, and recognizing the connection between your waking emotions and your dreams can give you valuable insights. You can also try gentle reflection techniques, such as asking yourself simple questions about the dream. What did the false awakening feel like? What emotions were strongest? What did you want to do when you realized you were still dreaming? These questions can help you unpack the dream in a way that feels natural and personal. Freud would remind us that the goal is not to analyze the dream in a cold, scientific way, but to use it as a way to connect more deeply with ourselves. Our dreams are personal, and the meaning they hold is unique to us. By exploring them with kindness and curiosity, we can use them as tools for growth, healing, and understanding. Dreams within dreams are some of the most mysterious and fascinating types of dreams we can have. They challenge our sense of reality, bring our deepest feelings to the surface, and invite us to question what is real and what is imagined. Freud saw them as windows into the unconscious, giving us a chance to explore the parts of ourselves that we might usually keep hidden. In the end, these dreams are like journeys into the heart of our inner world. They show us that there is always more to discover inside ourselves, and that by paying attention to our dreams, we can gain valuable insights that help us live more fully and authentically, whether they feel like puzzles, adventures, or emotional roller coasters. Dreams within dreams are invitations to look deeper, feel more, and understand ourselves better.